Hello handy beaders! In this video I'm going to show you how to make my newest bezel by bezeling this oval shaped cabochon to make another earring like this. I'm using oval shaped cabochon in this video, but you can use round shape as well. This is very simple bezeling technique. I don't know if invented, but recently discovered for sure. And this was my first ever bezel like this. I've made these peacock earrings, and this was using oval cabochon and also fire polished beads. Then I made these cute deers, and I've used round cabochon for this, so you can use variety of shapes of cabochons and also variety of beads for this bezel. Then I've made this one, and I will attach a peacock feather down here to make it more statement, bigger earrings. And also I have this one which I will show you in this video. I wanted to say you can use this bezel for bezeling different shapes and with different types of beads. I recommend fire polish beads and round beads as well. In this one I've used only fire polished beads. But then I've used also round beads in this one, for example, and also in this one, and today's project will be using round beads as well. Be careful when choosing your beads. I've used 4mm beads. But when you take a closer look, for example, of this one, you will see my round beads are slightly a bit smaller than my fire polished beads. So if you will come to this problem, that you will have 4mm beads, but one type will be slightly smaller than the other. You have to put these smaller beads on the top of the bezel, on the top layer bezeling the cabochon. So just for your information. To make one of these earrings, you will need following materials. You will need cabochon. I'm using 18 by 25mm glass cabochon, which has this photo paper on the back side. I recommend to use another type which has its back sealed, so then humidity won't damage your cabochon, and you will have nice earrings for a long time. Then I'm using earring hook. Of course, when you are doing pendant or something, or you want to make some kind of component to incorporate this bezel, this component into, for example, bracelet or necklace, then of course you won't need these findings. Then I'm using fire polish beads. These are 4mm fire polish beads, and I'm using 14 of them. Then I have prepared round beads. These are called druk beads, Czech druks. And this should be 4mm as well. But when you look at my bezel, you will see that the round beads are slightly smaller than my fire polish beads, so then I have to use them on the top layer to make the oval shape here smaller to catch the cabochon inside. Then you will need 11 seed beads. I'm not able to tell you how many of them you will need, but you can see these 11 are to fill the gaps between fire polish beads, between these round beads, to use in my right angle weave, and also to cover the back of the earring. Then you will need 11 beads to make this loop here to attach the finding. It can be the same color or another color as I'm using here. And only 4 of them, that's enough, I think, when you are using 4mm beads to bezel. And then you will need 15 seed beads. These are only to fill the gaps between the top layer of my 4mm beads. So there are 5 on each side, so I will need only 10. And then no beads for this part and this part, because it will make the shape nicer to fit the oval cabochon in. Then you will also need some thread. I'm using a Nymo thread, I think it's Nymo, in this gold color, and you will need about 130 centimeters of the thread per one earring, and also 12 size 12 beading needle. You will also need some snippers or scissors or something to snip your ends of the thread. You can also do round cabochons like I did here, but then you have to be careful because the shape is different and you won't fit those small 15 seed beads in between each of these top layer beads. So then you will skip the 15 beads, 15 beads, and you will just reinforce the circle by going through, but adding no beads, and you will have a nice round shape. And also, when you compare the back of these earrings, it's different because of the shape of the cabochon. This one it's enough to make an oval shaped circle like this to catch the cabochon in, but this is quite difficult to catch your round cabochon in with the counts, with the size of the cabochon and the counts of the beads. So I did a little bit of bead netting on the back side, so you can study this and you can make your round bezel as well. But today I will show you only this one. So gather up your materials and then we will start. I threaded my needle with around 1 meter and 30 centimeters of thread. And we will be doing basic right angle weave. So if you are new to right angle weave, then watch some videos which show how to make right angle weave. I will skip this step because I think you are skilled enough to know what I'm doing here. So here's my earring and I will start with the outer edge of the bezel. So I will pick one of my fire polish beads. In case you have two sizes of beads, then pick the bigger bead here, and then one seed bead, 11 seed bead, and one druk, which is the second, the top layer, and then one seed bead. I will slide everything down. You don't have to have stopper bead, but you can if you want. And I will leave about 15 centimeters of tail, and then I will go through the first bead, through the fire polish bead, and pull it. So then I will have my first right angle box of beads. Then I will step up one bead, this one seed bead, and pull it. You want to exit out of seed beads every time you want to make a new unit, a new box of right angle weave. I'm holding my threads, my ends in one hand with some tension, so I will have nice box to work with. Then I'm exiting out of the seed bead, and I have to go up and down in circle, so I will pick one of my druk beads, the top layer beads, then one seed bead, and then one fire polished, and I will go through the same seed bead I'm exiting out of. And when I'm pulling it, actually it's better idea to use top bead, I can see now, but doesn't matter, I can do it without stop bead, and you can adjust to your preferences. So there I have the second box, but I'm exiting out of here, so I want to go from here, so I will progress through the first bead added in this box and through the seed bead, up, and then pull it. So we are here and we are ready to add another fire polished, another seed bead, and also druk, and we are going from this bottom side of the bezel, so we have to change the order of the beads, and then when you pull it, there's another right angle weave box, and you want to exit out of this edge seed bead, so you want to go through the fire polished and pull it, and through the seed bead. So now you have three units of your right angle weave. Continue this until you will have only one top layer bead and one bottom layer bead left, and then I will come back to show you how to join these units into the circle. So I've done the row of the beads and used all of my fire polish beads and round beads, but one of each type, and it may seem quite wobbly this way when you are working with one needle, and you are using smaller beads in the center, these seed beads, and bigger beads on the sides, but don't worry, it will be very nice when it's finished. The next step is to join these two ends together to form a circle of right angle weaves. So I want to go through this side seed bead and pull. And guys, I have to change my thread because I've used wrong color of the thread, the one which I'm using for another project, so sorry for that. I'm using this beige now and I didn't realize it, so sorry. And when I'm exiting out of this one side seed bead, then picking one drag bead, that's the bead which is on the top layer of my beads, and then I will put it like this, so I can go through this seed bead. That's the first seed bead from the beginning, and I know it's quite wobbly, but don't worry. And then pull it, and you can also pull the end. I see the stopper bead would be really nice idea to use in this project, but I'm doing it automatically, so I'm not thinking about it. So when I pull, the circle is closing, and then I will need, because I have two seed beads here, then I will need only one fire polish and go through the seed bead. And since we want to make the top layer, I will go through one of my drag beads or top layer beads and then pull, and also pulling the end. You can go through some seed beads with your end tail, so I will do it without needle, but you can do it with needle. So just following the flow, the path of my thread, and when I pull it and when I go through one more, which is the drag bead, and when I pull everything tight, the end and also my working thread, it will close the circle like this. Then picking up my working thread, I want to do my bezel, this top layer, and for that I will need my 15 seed beads. So prepare your 15 and let's do it. So pick one 15 when you are exiting out of this top layer bead and go through the next one. Always pull your end thread and then pull it. You have to pull tight both of your ends, working thread as well as the end thread. Then picking up another 15 going through the next track. That's the second 15 okay, it's catching. Second, and then the third 15 going through the next track. My thread is catching everywhere. I don't like it. but what should I do? And then the fourth, okay, number 4, and also number 5. And when you have your 50 nose on, then you want to pull it, and that will be the side of the top layer. But to nicely fit your cabochon in, you have to make these poles a bit tighter, so you won't add any seed beads here. So you will go through next two druk beads without any seed beads and pull, and then again 150 now and going through the next. This one has tiny holes, so I will pick another and go through the next druk. I hope you can see it. 2, number 3, and number 4. And because I put this one is tight as well, so because I put 2 50 nails aside because of the size of the hole, I will pick new 2 of them, so 1 and going through the druk bead and another one, and that will be the 5th 50 nail. So the second side of the top layer is done, and you have to go only through these 2 druk beads without any seed bead on, and when you pull it, you will have nicely shaped top layer of your bezel. So I will put these beads aside, and now I'm going to create these fill in the gaps on the edge, at the edge of this bezel. And for that, so far I don't need the cabochon. It would just make an obstacle for me. So without the cabochon in, you want to go on the other side, so going through the 11-0 and through the fire polished, and then pull in. So now I'm here on the outer circle, and to join this circle, to close it, I will need to put one of my 11 all seed beads in each of these gaps between the fire polish, so I will do that. And it's nothing too complicated, so I will turn off the camera and we'll be back on when it's done. I've done all of my beads of this circle, so it's nicely closed. And now I want to do the back of the bezel, which is this one. It's very simple. You can try your cabochon in if it fits, but I recommend not to put it in so far, because you will have difficult time to go through the circle and holding in its place. So I don't have to have it here right now, but now you can see that this bezel is perfect shape wise and size wise to this cabochon. To make this backside, you will need only 11 seed beads, and you will do the same all way around in the first row, and in the second row you will add some more seed beads, and also no seed beads on the poles of the oval shape cabochon. So exiting out of my fire polish bead, I will add 4, 2, 3, 4, 11 O's, and I will go through the same fire polished bead like this, and then pull. So technically I'm doing a right angle weave as well on this back side. Then I have to go to this next one fire polished bead, so I have to progress through beads, and I will go through all 4 of them, so 2 and 4, and then I will go right into the next fire polished, and now I will need to add only 3 of my seed beads, 1, 2, and 3, and go through the last seed bead added on the previous unit, like this, and through the fire polished as well, and pull like this. Then I need to go into the next, so I will go through the last seed bead added in this previous unit, and pull it, and add 3 more of my 11 seed beads, and then go through the fire polished bead this direction, pull, and now I have to progress through my beads. So okay, I will go through the last seed bead of the previous unit, and it's the first bead of this unit, and also all of 3 newly added beads, and then I will go through the next fire polished bead, and then again add 3 more seed beads, 1, 2, and 3, and going through the last seed bead added in the previous unit, and then again just through the fire polished. So continue like this until you will have only one right angle weave unit left, and then I will come back to show you how to end this backside. The last unit left to complete. So for this last unit you are exiting out of the fire polished bead, and you will just go through the first seed bead ever added and pull, and then you will pick 2 of 11 of seed beads and go through the last seed bead added in this row, and when you pull it, there you have the last unit. Okay, now you want to fill the gaps between each pair of these seed beads, and also put your cabochon in there. I'd like to clean it before it, but you have to be careful where the poles are, and that's here and here, because there are no 15 seed beads, so the shape is quite nice. And again I will clean this and feed it right in there. Okay, then I will carefully pick it up and pull again, and then I want to progress through the fire polished bead, this one which is below the last, or it's a part of the last right angle unit. I don't want to catch another thread with my needle, as it happened today, and pull like this, and then going through this side seed bead. Now I'm here, and I will go. I don't want to go this way, because then I should put no seed beads here, and I think there will be some gap here, and I don't want that, so I will go down here along the side and add 1 seed bead and go through next pair of seed beads. Add in the second bead, going through the next pair of beads, number 3, going through the next pair, fourth, again through the 2 of seed beads, and the 5th, and as you can see, my cabochon moved, so I will position it like this. Now I want to go through 2 of my pairs of seed beads on the pole, and I'm adding no seed beads to this, like this, and then another 5, so 1, going through the next pair, 2 through the beads, oops, I did go under this thread, so I have to go back, and this was the second. Let's go for the third, so adding one of my 11 O's and fourth and the last one, and then I will go through 3 pairs of seed beads, so 1 without any beads, 2 and 3, and then when you pull it you will have your bag finished like this, but you have to pull it really tight. And now if you want you can reinforce it. You have to reposition the cabochon so it sits there nicely, and I'm not going to to reinforce it. I'm going to add the earring hook here. So taking my working thread, I will go up this side seed bead, and I have to pull it tight so it's there very secure like this. As you can see, I have a pull in my hand always. Then I will have go through the fire polish and through the seed bead which is next to this fire polish, and there I have my thread positioned to add the loop and and the earring hook, and for that I will need my second color beads, which are these green beads, 11 seed beads, and I will pick, again pulling it, I will pick 2 of them. Then I will need my earring hook, which I will pick so when it's like this on its back it will sit like this. So I will take it like it and go through the earring hook, and then the last 2 seed beads of this project, and I want to go through the next seed bead in this row, which is this one, and also fire polished, and you can go through 1 more seed bead as well, because when you pull it you will have your loop with the earring hook. But I feel that this thread is quite soft and I have to reinforce it, so I went through a few more beads. Then maybe it's better to exit out of this fire polished like this, so through the next seed bead and the next fire polished, and then going down 1 seed bead, try not to catch anything in there, then through these 2 going up one seed bead, this one on the side, and going back through this fire polished, and through the seed bead, and through another fire polished if I can do it, and through the seed bead as well. So I'm next to my loop here. Then I want to go through the loop, through the earring finding, and through the third and fourth seed bead of the loop, again through one more seed bead and one fire polished, when you turn it on the back, then you can go through this one side seed bead, through two of them, lying right here, over the fire polished, through the one here, again pulling it, and then through fire polish, seed bead, fire polish, seed bead, and there I'm coming out of one of my seed beads of the loop. Doesn't matter because I want to pass them through once more. So another one, and this earring finding, and last two seed beads of my loop. And one seed bead, and next fire polished bead. And now I'm ready to tie some knots, and this part, as you can see, the same nice sturdy. There is a little movement in here, and the beads are holding this earring finding, so there won't be so much pull on this thread, but it's thanks to the passes, 3 passes through these beads. And now I can go through one more. Let's go. Okay. And now I can tie half hitch knots, so I'm going under, and through the loop like this, trying to pull it so nothing catches in it, and through the fire polished bead and next seed bead, like this, and pull the knot inside the fire polished, and go on a few more just to secure this ending. And also you can go through all of these stop beads and then tie some half hitch knots just to reinforce this circle of beads. And when you are done, you can snip off your ends, and then you will have this nice I would say, beautiful cabochon earring. So that's all, my friends. I hope you liked this video. Again, I'm sorry for my pronunciation and my English. I'm not a native speaker and it's quite hard for me to speak on camera. But I hope you do understand what I'm saying and it's clear for you to understand and to comprehend what's up. So let me know how did it go, and I will look forward to see you in the next video, and I have a really special video for you, so hold on and you will see another beautiful pattern you can try. If you like my tutorial, I would be grateful to see your thumbs up, and also if you want to subscribe, you will see more of my videos later on. And I have also some social media in the description of this video, so you can follow me on my social media. Hope you have a nice day, and you will have nice earrings with this pattern, and nice fall as well. Enough talking. Thank you for your attention, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. Bye bye.